All right, let's get into this incredible story. We're talking about how just one, small fortress managed to stand against a completely unstoppable empire. This is a story about a legendary clash, some truly brilliant strategy, and a hero who was branded a traitor.
Yeah, so how in the world did a single lone fortress manage to defy an entire empire? That's the big question here. This is the legendary Siege of Ansi Fortress, and it's a battle for survival against, truly overwhelming odds. It's a story all about defiance, incredible ingenuity, and what it really means to be a leader.
But our story doesn't actually kick off on the battlefield. Nope. It starts in the shadows with a secret, dangerous mission. One that could decide the entire war before it even really begins. So let's set the stage. On one side, you've got the mighty Tang Empire. Think of them as the superpower of the day, just sweeping across the land, conquering literally everything in their path. And on the other side, the small Goguryeo kingdom, and its fortress, Ansi, is basically the last line of defense standing in the way. And this is where it gets interesting. A young cadet head named Samuel gets a pretty chilling order from his boss, General Yan. The mission? Get into that fortress and eliminate its commander, a man named Yang. The reason? Well, Yang has been branded a traitor to his own kingdom. So Samuel does what he's told. He infiltrates the fortress, sword hidden, totally ready to carry out his orders. But from the second he gets inside, everything he sees starts to challenge what he's been told. It challenges his mission, and it really makes him question who this target of his actually is.
See, instead of finding some self-serving traitor, Samuel finds a leader who is absolutely beloved by his people. He sees Yang visiting the poorest families, celebrating with them when a new baby is born. He even sees him physically working right alongside his soldiers, pulling ropes. This is not a traitor. This guy is the heart and soul of Ansi, and it forces Samuel to seriously question his deadly mission.
Okay, so the time for all that cloak and dagger stuff is over, because now the full might of the Tang army, led by the formidable Emperor Taizong himself, has arrived at the walls of Anzi. The first real battle is about to kick off. And what does Yang do? He gives this incredibly defiant speech to his soldiers. He's not talking like a traitor, he's talking like a protector. He's rallying his people not for some kingdom that has basically abandoned them, but for their homes, for their families, for their very lives right there inside those walls. Now, this is where you start to see Yang's genius. This is just one of his brilliant tactics. So when the Tang soldiers finally smash through the gate, they're probably expecting chaos, right? Nope. They find this, an impenetrable wall of shields and spears called a close order formation. Yang keeps pulling out clever defensive moves like this, constantly outsmarting the much, much larger Tang army. And guess what? The defenders of Ansi win the first round. It's a stunning victory. And then, in this totally critical moment, a Tang soldier is about to strike Yang down. And who saves him? The would-be assassin, Samuel. He becomes Yang's savior. At this point, his allegiance has done a complete 180. While Emperor Taizong is absolutely humiliated by this defeat, so he decides, fine, if I can't go through the walls of Ansi, I'll just go over them. And he unleashes this new, totally terrifying strategy, one that's designed to make the fortress walls completely useless. The plan is as simple as it is brutal. He's going to build a literal mountain of dirt right next to the fortress, make it taller than the walls, and then just walk his army across the top. It's really an engineering marvel, but it's built for one purpose: pure intimidation. So for 2 long months, the people of Ansi just have to watch this terrifying mountain grow day by day, getting bigger and bigger. They try these desperate raids to stop the construction, but their best soldiers just get killed in traps. You can just feel the hope draining out of the fortress as this dirt mound just looms over them. Seeing all this despair, Samuel decides he has to do something. He risks absolutely everything. He rides back to General Yan. Yeah, the very same guy who ordered him to kill Yang in the first place. And he pleads Yang's case, begging for reinforcements for the now doomed fortress. And how does the general respond? His pleas are met with a cold blade to his neck. General Yan completely refuses to help, totally blinded by his own politics. He declares Yang a traitor and officially just leaves the fortress and everyone inside to die. Ansi is now completely, totally on its own. So, let's recap. They're abandoned, they're outnumbered, and they're facing this unbeatable siege weapon. All hope seems completely lost, right? But Commander Yang isn't done yet. He comes up with one final, desperate, and absolutely ingenious plan. Okay, so Yang's plan, it sounds kind of suicidal, honestly. The idea is, since they can't fight the mountain from the outside, they're going to destroy it from the inside. They're going to use the mountain's own colossal weight against itself.
And this is just pure genius. As these heavy rains start to fall, the Tang army begins its final assault. And at that exact moment, Yang's soldiers, sacrificing themselves in the tunnels below, chop the support pillars. The entire mountain just gives way, swallowing the elite Tang soldiers in this massive storm of mud and rock. Incredible!
The Emperor is, well, he's enraged. I mean, his ultimate weapon just became his single greatest disaster. He's humiliated, he's furious, and Taizong orders an all-out final assault with just one goal in mind: kill the man who outsmarted him. So the final bloody battle is raging, and in the middle of all this chaos, the defenders bring out a legendary weapon. We're talking about the sacred bow of their founding king. This thing is so powerful, supposedly, that no one, not even Emperor Taizong himself, has ever been able to draw it. It is literally their last hope. And then, in a single, legendary moment that just silences the entire battlefield, Commander Yang takes the bow. He draws it back, aims right at the heart of the Tang army, and he fires. And that arrow, it flies true, striking Emperor Taizong directly in the eye. The wounded and defeated emperor, he finally has to accept the impossible. He lost. He orders the full retreat of his entire army. And just like that, the defenders of Ansi secure a legendary, almost unbelievable victory. And that really leaves us with a final thought, doesn't it? I mean, Commander Yang was branded a traitor because he defied orders from his superiors. But in saving his people, he became their greatest hero. It kind of makes you wonder, what is true loyalty? Is it just following commands, or is it loyalty to the people you've sworn to protect? His story is just this timeless lesson in leadership, courage, and defiance.